guys, how are you? Okay, got something last night and marked it down when I woke up and then fell back asleep. And researched a little bit this morning, which I didn't know a whole lot about. But let's talk about singing bowls. Singing bowls. And they're referred to as Tibetan singing bowls. And did you know that they did not originate in Tibet? Probably not. They actually originated in Mesopotamia. Does Enki, Enlil, any of those names ring a bell? Question? Anyone? Thought so. See, the bowls were used to summon deities. Summon deities. Call out to them. They said they had a frequency, and they claimed that frequency. In India, they do. They use these to conjure certain deities. It's a long lost practice, but some still know that that's what it does. And then the Tibetan monks adopted it to resonate with the form and chanting, which again comes back to neutral spirits and spirits that kind of are trying to feed off your energy. But let's take a crystal glass. I think everyone has done this. You wet your finger, you run your finger around that glass, and it creates a sound vibration, no different than the singing bowls. But again, this is the deception that the spiritual community has adopted it into something and made it into their own pseudo science and pseudo love affair with self. Okay, if there's a particular channel that might choose in the singing bowls, what's he conjuring? I'm curious. He talks about God, Jesus, 144,000. Well, you can't mix the two because they're calling deities. Shiva in India, different religions. You can't mix and match these things. Okay, and if you are doing a meditation with singing bowls, what kind of vibration are they steering you towards? May I ask? Did you ever question it? No, you just figure, oh, it's lovely singing bowls. Oh, sets the mood. That's what we don't realize. We never question. In our innocence, we thought, oh, this is so wonderful and everything. And in our ignorance, we never questioned it once. Never even thought to question it. You're conjuring with singing bowls. You're summoning deities with singing bowls. You're pushing your mind, your vibration into a certain vibration. And all that does is it takes away from you and the actual God, the Creator. Okay, like I mentioned in the video before we talked about meditation, there's nothing wrong with meditation. But what is your frequency that you're meditating towards? Is it God? Prayer? No. In general, it's not. But see, we don't understand. We just, it's a new piece of knowledge. Oh, got to grab that up. It sounds wonderful. It sounds, listen to that frequency. It's wonderful. Never once, anytime I've ever heard a singing bowl, and I could go back 2 years and mention it in a video or roundtable or something. A singing bowl irritates the hell out of me. Look, 99% of everything I get is spiritual. When you're using a singing bowl, you're invoking a deity, you're calling a deity, or you're changing the vibration of your brain to focus on a certain thing, not you. Not you, not God. It's all of self. Yeah, I just did this in a half hour. And when I get something that comes to me, I go with it. But in a half hour, I can tell you that it was originally done in Mesopotamia, but they're known as Tibetan singing bowls. Did it make its way from Mesopotamia to Tibet and India? Yes, obviously. But that's its origin. And if you know anything about Enki and Enlil, well, these are possibly the most evil people on the planet next to Thoth. See, we have to question everything, guys. We have to question everything. You just can't take it. It's always within the spiritual community, it is always something that replaces God or takes God out of the equation. Why is that? See, you can't mix and match the faiths. You can't make, oh, I like this thing, so I'm going to adopt this, and oh, I like this thing, so I'm going to adopt this. When I'm talking about faith, I'm talking about God. Okay, when I'm in prayer, do I need a singing bowl? Do I need a singing bowl to, quote, get me in the mood? Or to, quote, connect with God? Who are you connecting to? Who's that vibration for? What deity is being called? Who are you summoning? Got to think about these things, people. You have to think about these things. Innocence, we gravitate towards it. In our ignorance, we never question it. We never question it. Don't be like everybody out there.